This a Batman tune. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty boots. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to
This a Batman tune. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty boots. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the best. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Yo, Lot. These niggas stuck, man. Yeah.
Lot. I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feed the safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see that hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the most high. Pray I see the gates. I was about to Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of them payment, and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental, and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they mental and get the whining like a bitch, just like iron, they rust. Niggas trying, they luck, keep it real. Everybody out here lying, save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with they fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, gonna hit and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Now she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, trying to run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. On my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, close game, hit different. We focus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots digging, never been a house shoe. Who's slipping? She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I zip the body bag like a onesie. I'm dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the end that feeds you. Never lend a whole shit. We don't want half of the world, man. We coming for this whole but shit. In the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road I'm trip. In the den with the lions. I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul. That's a real price. Led by a coward, I don't know what that feel like. Black on black toes to my head. I can't kill Christ. I'm down for my niggas. I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas. I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas. I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas. I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping. Cause us.
Okay. Homie, I've been.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or a sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you. It means like, who is this nigga? But like, where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahweh. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he fucking need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he come with more fire, more fire.
All right, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Bashmi al Shai Barak Adam to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema al Atam Bashmi al Shai to the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ. Let's get up in here. All right.
Yahweh Shema al Atam Bashmi al Shai.
Yahweh Shema al Atam Bashmi al Shai. Get my background going. There we go. Hold on. Yeah. Most High Christ. All right, Shalom Israel. With the ISUPK started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans their true identity according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Their true identity according to the history that was taken from them, according to archaeology, according to biblical prophecy, according to everything that points to the truth that your oppressor is trying to hide from you. You know what I'm saying? We've been bringing this out since 1969, and we will continue to bring it out until, all Israel is aware that you are God's chosen people. You're not just, black British. You're not, so-called African American. You know what I'm saying? You are an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Like, African American is not an identity. It's not an identity. It's not a nationality. It's two continents that you can't combine. You know what I'm saying? We're giving blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans back their identity according to the Most High. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something real quick. Let me check my camera real quick. Let's see if that comes through clear. Okay, it's like let me do a quick video and audio check. Can y'all hear me too well, and can y'all see me too well, or is the video a little bit fuzzy? Are y'all let me know? You can hear me and see me too well?
Can.
Okay, the water. All right, most correct. All right, cool. Let me do. I'm gonna put in the chat real quick a couple things. All right. So, firstly, does any brothers or sister that wishes to join the Hebrew class, right? Wishes to join this class live, like you see Ayala, like you see Kayala, what you need to do is contact the school. All right. So contact us via email or Instagram, Facebook, wherever. You know what I'm saying? Let us know your name, the zone, and the name of your camp leader. Okay, and we'll look at getting you into the class, getting you the alphabet sheet, so on and so forth, so you can attend these classes live. All right. Also, if there's anybody still working on obtaining their Hebrew name, attendance signing is required. All right, so you want to fill in this attendance signing sheet. I want to link in the chat also. Okay. All right, that's in there. All right, no sweat. But we see shalom to everybody this also in the comments as well. We got Nashama, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nashama, Durham, North Carolina. We got T. Will Williams, all right, Elon in Christ. We got Tazapa one, Yahweh Bashim Yahshabrakata, Mosai Christ. We got who else we got? Yeah, come on, Mosai Christ. All right. So without further ado, the first thing I want to do is run through the Hebrew alphabet. All right, so would either Kaila or Ayala, would you like to run through the Hebrew alphabet? See if you could do it from memory.
Can.
Okay, go ahead.
A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, and tha.
Mosai Christ. This is the high. All right, well done. Okay, so as the sister said, let me put it up on the screen also, just to show you. Of course, if anybody would like this the sheet for the Hebrew alphabet, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Again, we'll just need I'll just go into it, see where you're coming from, your name, zone, camp leader, so on and so forth, and we can get you the sheet. So of course you can be in these classes properly and learning. All right, so let me share. Hold on. Share the screen right quick. My system running a little. This one. Okay. All right. So y'all should be able to see the Hebrew alphabet. There it goes, loaded up now. All right. So just like the system went through, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Okay, so that's the full Hebrew alphabet. This is the ancient or the Paleo Hebrew. Okay, it's important to know this Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Be able to read it, pronounce it. And also you see below right here, this is the Assyrian Hebrew, right? So all these letters, you know what I'm saying, correspond. So this corresponds with letter A. This corresponds with the letter Za, so on and so forth. Like when you get to Ka, this is Ka, and then this is also Ka if it's used at the end of a word, right? So for example, with Barak, you'd use this Ka. So it's important to also know how to read this Hebrew, but you're going to read it in the ancient pronunciation. You know what I'm saying? All right. I would also like to do the the registry. So all the brothers and sisters in the comments, I would like you to put your registry in the comments, and also online, right? So I'm gonna start with Ayala. Ayala, could you state your registry for me?
Ayala, Bath Banyam Yam, Bath Yasha
Most High in Christ. And I'm gonna ask you real quick, what does that mean?
So my name Ayala, daughter of
So it'd be your tribe, which is the tribe of
Benjamin,
which
daughter
is
of Yahweh.
Not quite Yahweh, right? But Yasha'Allah is the name of our nation, right? The nation of if you know it.
I'm not sure.
No problem. Kaila, would you like to could you tell me what your register, like what you said and what it means? Or did you do your registry yet? Would you stay your registry and tell me what it means, Baba Kusha?
Kaila, Bath Yahweh, Bath Yashua. Kaila, daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel.
Most High in Christ, right? So when you say Bath, your tribe, Bath Yasha'Allah, you're saying the daughter of Benjamin for Ayala, Judah for Kaila, then you're saying daughter of Israel, right? So Yasha'Allah is Israel in the Hebrew. Okay. Let's see if anyone else has stated their registry in the comments. You got bada bing, bada boom. Also, shalom to the sister Marisa. Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Hashemia Washai. All right, let me see if there's any registries in the comments here. All right, we've got Tazapuan, right? Tazapuan, Ban Banyamyan, Ban Yasha'Allah. So Tazapuan, son of Benjamin, son of Israel. Okay, so on and so forth. All right, so let's go ahead and get into tonight's class. So tonight's class is by request, we're going to go over the 10 Commandments. Now, of course, in the ISUPK, we know that there is more than just 10 Commandments. You know, we are not Christian. I mean, even Christians don't even keep the 10 Commandments they claim to keep, right? But, go ahead.
Isn't the people who do the 10 Commandments the Jewish people?
The Jewish people, I don't even know what they observe. I mean, I believe Jewish people, they observe more than the 10 Commandments. They have some made up book by some Jewish man called the what's it called? The Talmud. And that is basically what they go off. Like, they don't really go off the Bible. They don't really go off the what they call the Torah, which is, I believe, the first 5 books of Moses. They really go off the Talmud, which is what some Jewish man said that the Bible means, right? But we in the ISUPK, we go by all the laws, the Old Testament, the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? We believe in the whole Bible, even the Apocrypha, which was taken out of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's the Christians that would just say, you know, the 10 Commandments. I hear that a lot in Christianity, right? Where they think as if the only commandments is the 10 Commandments and all the other commandments are done away with. Or I don't know, they might even say 10 Commandments are done away with, which doesn't make sense, because what does that mean? Does that mean now you can unalive? Does that mean now you can serve other gods? Does that mean, you know, now you can do so on and so forth, right? All right. So, also for this person here, this is the Lashawan Qadash, right? This is the Holy Tongue. This is a class on biblical Hebrew. Okay. This is a class for so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of the transatlantic slave trade who learned the language that we would have spoke prior to being enslaved, colonized, and taught English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, all the different languages we speak today. We're returning back to biblical Hebrew, which is the language of the Israelites. Okay. All right. So, hope that answers your question. Let's go ahead and get into the class. All right, so I'm gonna do it. Let me see. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and release this part. All right, so we're gonna go through it verse by verse, and we're gonna break it down. We just move this over here.
Oh Lord.
Deal with that when we need it. Okay. So this right here is the first verse, right? Now I could do it. Let me see. Let's do it word by word. All right, we'll do it word by word. And I'm gonna take a volunteer. Who would like to go first? Go ahead.
I can.
Okay, no sweat. So if you could give me the first phrase. I'll use the word phrase because a lot of times these like separate parts or words in Hebrew are not just one word. It can be a full phrase. Right. So I'm gonna give you the first phrase or part is what I refer to them as. Wayadabar. Okay, so Wayadabar. Okay, Ayala, could you give me the next part?
Lucky, so which one is it?
So it's this part right here.
Come on.
So just take it with this, just take it syllable by syllable.
So Lucky says it. Wayadabar.
So that was the first part. That was what Kyle just read, right? But we're on the second one now. So from right here, this one right here.
Alahayam.
Alahayim. Perfect. Right? Alahayim. Right? So Wayadabar, Alahayim. Kayla, could you give me the next part? I want you to combine Ath. Well, I just told you how to read select it. I want you to combine this part with all the way through to here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so from hold on, can you see? You see it now? Okay, right. So from right here through to here. Right. So Athkal Hadabarium. Okay, that's perfect. Right, Ayala, could you read me this part here?
Can. Is it Hala'a?
Ha, so not hala'a, but you have ha, and then a, and then this last part, the la and the ha connected. How would you say that?
How?
So it would be the full phrase would be ha Allah, right? So you got the ha, then ah, and then la, right? So if you do it syllable by syllable, right? These are markers underneath, almost like you just put those as the syllables, right? So you have 3 syllables to this word: ha, full letter, ah, and then the la and the ha join to make la, right? So ha Allah is how you would say this word. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, Khan. So ha Allah, right? Kayla, could you give me the next phrase? La Amar. Okay, La Amar. Right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom out. And as we've read through this verse, I want you to see if there's any letters any words or phrases that you recognize and could translate. Let's see. Can y'all see the full the full verse should be on here, right? So are there any phrases or words that anybody recognizes? Okay, go ahead.
The bar.
The bar. Okay, and what does the bar mean?
Speak.
Okay, the bar could be speak. It could also be like speak, like to speak. It could be speech. It could be words, right? So what we have, what do we have before it, right? So we have the bar right here. Or I guess, are you talking about the bar here? It's like there's 2 bars, right? The first one, right? So the bar, and the full phrase right here is what? Wayada bar. And what does that mean as a phrase? Mm-hmm. Like, and he spake, right? So, and he spake. And then, hold on. In fact, I'm going to combine this with the second part, right? So, I'm going to put that together, right? So, and he spake. And then this next part is telling you who is speaking, right? So, who is speaking? Who knows what that word means? Go ahead. It could be, okay, it could be God, but it could be referring to like the angels. It could be referring to the messengers. It could be referring to like powers or rulers. But it can also be defined as God, right? So this full phrase would be, and God spake, right? It doesn't use the Most High name, but it's the authority of God, right? And God spake. Okay? Or hold on. Yeah. When God spake. Okay. And then is there any other words or phrases anybody recognizes?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I only know the bar by oh, never mind. I thought it was Gabar.
Right, okay. So matter of fact, before we go into like a different word, right? So we have the bar here, and we also have the bar here, right? And what is the full phrase here? We have Kal Ha Dabarium. Okay, so we have Kal. Who can tell me what Kal means? Go ahead. All, right? All or every. Okay. So we have Kal meaning all, and then we have Ha Dabarium, right? So dabar can be a verb, the bar can be a verb meaning to speak. But it could also be a noun, right? It could be a noun as in to say speech or words, right? So hadabarium would be words, right? So all words, right? And then we have this ath right here, right? Does anybody know what this ath means or does? Go ahead.
It tells you what's being talked about.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure how to word it.
No problem. Okay. What this ath does is it lets you know what the verb applies to, right? That's the simplest way that I've found that can explain it, right? So what's the verb here?
The bargain?
Not necessarily the verb in the phrase, right? The verb is just in the sentence. The verb comes before it, right? The verb is spake, right? When the Most High spake, that's the verb, right? And this is letting you know what that verb, the verb of spake, applies to, right? So you have ath, which lets you know what it applies to this. Kal hadabarium, all the words, right? So when God spake all the words, right? Then we also have this phrase right here, ha Allah. The word Allah means these, right? We can also let me quickly share, because I want to go into the word and show you, right? So ha Allah, I think this is a word we've been over semi recently, right? You have ha Allah right here. It means these, right? We'll go into it. These or used before antecedent, right? But it basically means these. Okay, so if we put all that together, it would be and God spake, and this whole phrase, right? So ath, which just lets you know what's being spoken. Kal hadabarium ha Allah is all these words, right? All these words. Okay, that's that full phrase, right? Ath hadabarium, it's like ath kal hadabarium ha Allah is all these words. Okay, let me try to line this up with the. There you go. Hold on. Bada bing, bada boom. Right, all these words. Okay, and then we have la amar. Does anybody know what that phrase means? Go ahead. To say, right? So la amar, we have the verb amar, which means to say, and then we have la, which is a preposition meaning to. So literally, it's to say or saying, right? He spake all these words to say, right? This is what he was saying. Okay. Right. So saying. So that's verse 1. Okay. So as we just read, and God spake all these words saying. Okay. So now we're moving on to verse 2. So let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. Who had Kyla had the last part, right? Ayala, I want you to read. I need to move it back to Salak here. Move it back over here, right? So, and God spake all these words saying, right? Then you have, right? You have this word here, okay? Ayala, could you read this word here?
Salakia, which one?
So this one right here. The first phrase of verse 2. So it's a 3-syllable word, right? So there's 3 sounds to this word.
Anakia.
Anakia. Perfect, right? Anakia. Okay. Kayla, could you give me the next part?
It's just the one word, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ayala, could you give me the next part? So after Yahweh. Let me zoom in right here. Right, so we on this word right here.
Allah Hayak.
Very close, right? But the end part letter, right, or the end letter, the ka, is pronounced fully, right? So instead of being alahayak, it would be what? Alahayaka, right?
Khan.
So alahayaka. Okay. Kayla, could you give me? Let's see. Could you give me these 2 parts? Hold on. Yeah, the two parts that's on the screen on the top line.
Ashar.
Mm-hmm.
Yita.
Perfect, right? Ashar Hawa Taza Afyaka. Okay. Ayala, could you read me this word?
Maratazar.
So Ma Maratazar, right? So you pronounced every one of these letters, right? So Ma Ra Taza, right? I suppose the syllable thing kind of falls short with the letter Taza because that's a 2-syllable letter, right? But you kind of get the point. For most things, it follows that syllable thing. When you have Taza, you have to remember that's 2 syllables in the 1 letter. So Ma Ra Taza. Okay. Perfect. All right. Kayla, could you read me this word? So yeah, go on.
Matazarium.
Matazarium. Perfect. Okay. Ayala, can you read me this word or this phrase?
Mabayath.
Mabayath. Right.
Ma.
Well done. So Mabayath. Okay. Let me move this down a little bit. Right. And then the last word in this verse, the last phrase in this verse. Could you read this for me, Kyla? Ibadian. Perfect. Right? So Ibadian. Okay. Right? So do the same thing. Is there any words or phrases anybody recognizes? Go ahead. Yahweh, which is what? The Lord, right? So that's the Lord's name. So Yahweh, put that down as the Lord, right? So let me get a text box. Okay. We have the Lord. Okay. Anything else? Go ahead.
Ashar.
Ashar. Okay. Which means what? Which, right? Okay. So Ashar means which. I'm going to leave an empty text box over here, which I'm just going to copy and do that. Okay. So Ashar means which. Okay. Any other phrases or words? Okay, which means what?
For the phrase, is ma from?
Yes, ma is a preposition, which is of or from.
And then Aratazarian is the land of Egypt.
Land of Egypt. Perfect, right? So ma Aratazarium would be from the land of Egypt. Okay, hold on. Is there anything else? Okay, go ahead.
I only know half of the next phrase, I believe. Bayath is house, correct?
That is correct.
Ibad looks familiar, but I can't remember what it means.
Okay. Ibad. Very good, right? So you have ma Bayath, which the ma would be the same thing as in ma Aratazar. It's from, right? So from the house. And then we have Ibadium. Right? Ibadium. Does anybody know what the word Ibad or Ibadium means? From the house.
Like you, sir. I bad or I'm mad.
Ibad. But do you know what I'm mad means? Since you mentioned it.
Con.
What does it mean?
Stand.
It means to stand. Absolutely. Well done. Okay. But the word ibad means to serve, right? The word ibad means to serve. It could also be as a noun, a servant or a slave, and it's pluralized. So it'd be like servants, right? From the house of servants. You know, we were servants in Egypt. So you could translate this as from the house of bondage, right? But transliterated, it would be like from the house of servants or from the servant's house, from the house of bondage. Okay, so I'm gonna put of in brackets because there's no Hebrew word for of, but it's implied. House of bondage. Okay. Is there any other words or phrases anybody recognizes? I'll give you one. This first phrase, right? This first phrase, anakia, is like another version, of the word anya. Who could tell me what anya means? Go ahead.
I or I am.
I or I am, right? So anakia means I am, right? So I am, and then the Lord, right? Yahweh, right? I can show you also. Bada bing, bada boom. Hold on. Let me get up verse 2 over here. Right? You can see this word, anakia. Let me get into it. Right? Anakia means I, right? It's the same thing. Damn near the same thing as Anya. I want to see if it. Yeah, that's fine, right? Anakia, I. Okay, let's go back here. Right? So I am the Lord. And then we have Alahayaka, right? Alahayaka. Does anybody know what Alahayaka means?
Your God.
Your God, right? Or your power, right? So I'm the Lord, your God, right? Or your power. It could be used interchangeably. I'm going to put your God, right? Which, and then we have this phrase, right? Ha wa taza afyaka. Okay, the root here is what is it? Taza ya'a. Hold on, let me get it right here. The root here. Where we at? Yeah, what taza? Yeah, yataza slakia. That's the root here. Let me share this to right. Yataza, which means to bring up or to bring out. Okay, or to go out. Okay, or to exit something. Okay, so this phrase right here translates to. Let me copy the. All right, this verse translates to which brought you out. All right, so which is here, and then we have brought you out. Right, so that caused us to exit, to cause us to go out or come out from the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Okay, so that's verse 2. Right, I am the Lord your God, which brought you out from the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Okay, hold on, Slackish. Should be sharing this again, right? So that's this verse. Okay, so let's read further. Hold on. Somebody asked me something in the chat. Right? Someone asked me, can you show me Salakia in the scripture? Okay, so Salak is Salak as the word just means to forgive, right? So let me see. Salakia would mean forgive me, right? Like the ya at the end is how you'd say me, right? So let me see. Let's see, Salak. I'll have a look for it while we're reading through to see if I can see that specific phrase. But we know that ya at the end of a word, if it's like a noun, it would be my. If it's not a noun, it would be me, right? Like if you said Nathan laya, that would mean give to me, right? So on and so forth. If you said, hold on, let me add. Yeah, I jumped out, right? If you use ya as again like again salakia, right? Salak means forgive. Ya at the end would mean me, right? Okay, so let's read on, right? So let's get the third verse. I'm gonna start with Ayala. Could you read me the first part of this verse right here?
Salakia, sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Salakia, sir, which one?
This word right here.
La'a.
La'a, right? La'a, perfect. Okay. Ayala, could you read me this phrase right here? So the next two parts.
The Ishur Laka.
You on the next verse. You on the fourth verse. So we're looking at right here. Can you see my mouse a lot?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, we right here.
Yahweh. We're on verse 3, right?
Verse 3. Yeah, it's like, so the Hebrews first and then the translation underneath. Right? So we hear. Not the translation, the pronunciation.
Yahaya.
Yahaya. Right? Go ahead.
Laka.
Yahaya Laka. Okay, so Yahaya Laka. Right? Ayala, could you read this part for us?
Al-Hayam.
Alahayim. Right? Alahayim. That's perfect. Okay. Ayala, could you finish up the verse, right? Read me these 3 parts.
Aquarium. Pana. Panya.
Panya, right? So Aquarium al Panya. Okay, so again, is there any words or phrases anybody recognizes? Go ahead.
Alahayim.
Alahayim, which means what?
God.
God, right? God, or again, if it's in the plural, it could be gods, right? Like you mentioned earlier, right? So Alahayim would be gods or God, right? Depending on the context. Okay, it really would just mean like powers, okay, or rulers or gods, right? Okay, is there any other words or phrases anybody recognizes? Go ahead.
Panya.
Panya, which means what?
The face or face.
So panya means face. It could be a physical face. It could be to face as a verb. It could mean like in the presence of me, right? Like before my face, right? In front of me, right? And then we have before it this preposition, this aisle, right? What does aisle mean?
So like over or upon.
Right? Aisle would typically mean over or upon, right? So we have like upon or over, and then we have panya, right? So we'll put that together, right, with aquarium, right? Does anybody know what the phrase aquarium means? It comes from the root akar. Matter of fact, this will be one where, if anyone knows previously, or you might know this word, but typically, I guess the root of this word akar means after, right? Like to come after or to follow. Okay. Akar also became the word, like if I go back into the verse, akar also became a way to say another, right? Like another. You have something and then you have something else that comes after. You have another, right? So that's how that word developed. Okay, let me go to, are we on verse 3? Okay, so let me get this phrase because I want to show you right here. So akar, and it comes from this root akar, which means after or to tarry, to delay. And then we have this word akar, which means another, right? Or other, or next, or following, right? Kind of similar in meaning. Okay. So we have alahayim, then akarium, right? Actually, these two are the phrases that go together, right? So this would mean other gods, right? Other gods. Okay. And then you have al panya. This phrase would translate as like upon or on my presence, right? Or in my presence, right? Or it's translated in the verse as before me, right? Like it's really more the panya, right? Should not have other gods upon or like in front of my face, like I need to be sharing this tab again, right? So I'm going to put this as before me, as in front of me, in my presence. Okay, right? And then we have, so this phrase kind of goes together, right? These three. We have la'a, ya, haya, laka, right? So the root word here in this phrase is haya. Does anybody know what that means? Go ahead.
To become.
To be or become, right? To be or become, okay? Or like to exist, right? If we go into it here, this is haya. It means to be, become, to come to pass, to exist, to come into being, right? Just like to be, to exist, right? So if we go back here, we have the word to be, but we have la'a, right? So it's like there shall not be, right? So there shall not be. Then we have laka. Laka would be to you, right? So it's like you, there shall not be to you, or you shall not have, right? You shall not, there shouldn't exist to you any other God before the Most High or aside from the Most High, right? So we'll put this as there. Hold on. There shall not be to you, right? There shall not be to you other gods before me. Okay, so that's what that verse would translate as. All right. So let's move on to the next verse. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Ayala, could you give me the first part to now the fourth verse?
La'a.
La'a, right? Right, la'a. Okay. Then Kyla, could you give me the hold on. Could you give me the next part? Right. So those two parts join together.
Aisha Laka.
But Aisha Laka, right? Well done. And Ayala, could you give me the next part? Right. So this one right here. If you can see my mouse, this hold on, this one right here.
Pasal.
Pasal, right? Pasal. Well done. Allow me to get the next phrase, right? So those two parts together.
Wakal. Thamawana.
Perfect, right? The cow, it's like a wakal thamawana, right? Ayala, over to you for the next part.
Ashar.
Ashar, right? Ashar, well done. Okay. Kayla, could you give me the next part?
Fix the head skull.
By Shemayim, well done. Okay, back to Ayala.
Mama Isle.
Mama Isle, perfect. All right, well done. Back to Kayla. Wa Ashar. Okay, well done. Back to Ayala.
Ba'aratazar.
Ba'aratazar. Perfect. Right, Ba'aratazar. Right, let me get the next word, Kayla. Ma'thakath. Well done.
Wa'ashar.
Wa'ashar. Bamayam. Perfect.
Mafakath.
Ma'thakath.
Khan.
Ma'thakath. Go ahead. La'aratazar. Perfect. Right. So again, let's go through it. Is there any words or phrases anybody recognizes?
So, like, yes, sir. I recognized La'a and Mama Isle.
Mama Isle. Okay. Well, let's start with Mama Isle. What does Mama Isle mean?
I'm not quite sure what it means, but I've heard it before.
Okay. Okay. No problem. And then we have La'a. What does La'a mean?
No, or like I'm okay.
So it'd be no or like not, right? So whatever's being said, it's like the negative, right? Don't do this. Okay. All right. So let's start with this. So we have La'a for Aisha, right? Does anybody know what the verb here would be Aisha? Does anyone know what that means?
So, like, yes, sir. What word was it?
Aisha. Go ahead, Kyla.
To do or to make.
To do or to make, right? In this context of what we're talking about, it's going to be to make. So what we have, La'a fa Aisha laka. What does that mean as a full phrase? So we have Aisha means make. Fa Aisha means thou shall make. Okay. So what does the La'a fa Aisha laka mean? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not make.
Thou shalt not make. And what does laka mean?
To you.
To you, right? Perfect. So thou shalt not make to you, right? So you should not make or to yourself, right? I shall not make to yourself, okay? And let's move on. So, of course, we have these words ashar, right? We know ashar means which. So let's copy this from up here, right? We have which right here. We have wa ashar, which is just and which. All right, so we have this here. Okay, and which. We have the same thing again. Hold on. Copy this one. The same thing again here. Okay. Right. Is there any other words or phrases anybody recognizes? Go ahead.
Ma'al. Ma'al. It also means above, right?
That's correct. Right. That's correct. Right. So Mama Isle would be like of above or from above. Okay. Let me see. Right. I'm gonna put from the phrase. Matter of fact, I'm gonna join it with the previous word, right? Ba shamayim. Right. So ba is a preposition here. Does anyone know what the word shamayim means? Okay, go ahead. Heaven, right? The heavens or the sky, right? So we have ba shamayim, which would be in the heavens. And then we have Mama Isle, meaning above. So in the heavens above, right? The heavens above. Okay. Or I should put which, I guess, is, right? Which is in the heavens above. Okay. Right. Then we have any other words or phrases?
I recognize two more.
Go ahead.
Arataza
Mhm.
and Mayam.
Okay, so Ratazar means what?
Land. Or
In the
earth.
land or earth, right? In this context, it's going to be the earth, right? So in the earth. And then we have this this word thakath, right? So if we think back to the directions class, you had like for example, hands up or hands down, you had above, and you had beneath, right? This word thakath is a word which means beneath. Let me get it right here too. Right, thakath on this screen. Right, it's a word which means under, right? Under or beneath, or like the bottom part, right? The under part, which is the bottom. Okay, right? So in the earth, hold on. In the earth beneath. Okay. So like how we had ma'al, meaning in the heavens above, we have ma thakath, in the earth beneath. Okay. Of course, the earth beneath the heavens, right? The earth beneath. I should put again the is, which is in the earth beneath, and which, and then you also said you recognize mayam, right? What does mayam mean?
Water.
Water, right? So we have ba mayam mathakath. What does that mean?
In the water from beneath.
So it would just mean beneath, right? Or of, right? Of the under part, right? So in the water below, or in the water beneath. Okay. And then we have la arataza, which means what?
In the earth.
Right? So earth, right? Arataza means earth. If you have mayam, mathakath, la arataza, that whole phrase would be in the waters beneath the earth. Okay, so you have, you shouldn't make any should not make to yourself blank, which is in the heavens above, and which is in the earth beneath, and which is in the waters beneath the earth. Okay, so let's get this word pasal, right? Pasal. Okay, let me get it here. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, pasal, if I show it here, is any graven image, right? So pasal, Strong's info, it's a graven image or carved image, an idol, right? So you shall not make to yourself pasal, wakal, and then let's also get, because we're gonna put this as a phrase together, right? Wakal, and then we have thamawana, right? The word thamawana is like a form, an image, or a likeness, right? A likeness or representation, a semblance. Okay, so you shall not make a graven image. Graven image. And then it's wakal and any. Hold on, let me copy another one here. Go ahead.
Are you meant to be sharing the other page?
I am indeed the water. Right? You should not make a graven image and any, or you can put this as or any, right? Or any is a continuation. Or any likeness.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What is a graven image?
A graven image is like a carved image, right? It could be like a statue. It could be like something you carve out of wood, right? But it's
fake.
It's something that you engrave. Have you ever heard of the word engrave?
La.
To engrave, like let me show a picture. Let me see if I can get some up. Engraving. Let's see. To engrave is like it means like right here. You can see someone is making a carving. They're making like a design in wood. They're engraving, right? So it means like to carve, right? The word graven or grave, like just Old English meaning to engrave, right? So it's just to carve, right? A carved image or any likeness of anything that's in the heavens above, in the earth beneath, and the waters beneath. So you can't make like the children of Israel did. You can't make a golden calf and start worshiping that. You can't make a fish or something like them Hindus do. They have all type of animals, or Egyptians bow down to damn near everything. And they bow down to a fish. They bow down to a something they believe is in the sky. They'll make a god out of the sun, right? That is making a image or a god out of something which is in the heavens above, which is in the earth beneath, or in the waters beneath the earth. Okay, the children of Israel are commanded not to do those things. Okay, all right. So let me get right here. Right, so that's that verse right here. Let me just put. I haven't finished putting all the connectors on this verse right here, but I'm gonna do it as we go along. Okay, so where we at? Let's do it like that. Okay. So, Hayallah, could you read me the first phrase? Right, so it's going to be these two parts together. I don't know if you can see my thing. You see where I'm pointing?
I can then.
Okay, these two parts together. Salakia. It was a little bit delayed. Yes, right. So tha shathakwa. Okay, perfect. Ayala, could you read me the next part?
La'ah.
So that's what Kayala just read, right? So Kayala just read La'ah, Thasha, Thakya. It's like Thasha, Thakwa, right? But the one I'm looking for now is this part right here.
Laham.
Laham, right? Laham. Okay. Sign Christ. All right, Laham. All right, Kayala, let me get the next two parts. Right, because that combines as a phrase within itself. Ibadam. Well done. Right, so Wala'a for Ibadam. Okay. Ayala, let me get the next part.
Ibadam.
For Ibadam, that's what Kayala just read. So you're on the next one. Well done.
Kaya.
Kaya. All right, well done. Kayala, give me the next two parts. Those go together. Nakya Yahweh. All right, well done. Ayala, could you give me the next part? Right, so this one right here.
Alhayakak.
So Alahayaka, right? Alahayaka. Okay.
Yeah, can.
All right, most high in Christ. So Alahayaka. All right. Kyle, can you get the next part?
It's not just this one real quick.
Yeah, just that one part. That one word. Al. Okay. Ayala, can you give me the next part? So down here.
So lucky, sir. Can't see it.
Okay, hold on. So it's in this bottom right here. So let me zoom in. Right here. Quana perfect. All right, Kyle, let me get the next part. Paquad. Okay, back to Ayala.
I won.
Well done. Kyle. Abath. Ayala, let me get these two parts right here.
Wait. Albanium.
Albanium. Right. Well done. Okay. Kyle, let me get these two parts. Shalashim. Right. Well done. Salakia. Let's move it over. Right. Ayala, could you give me the next two parts?
So lucky, sir. I did the last one.
So this wait. No, then Kyle just did Al Shalashim.
Oh,
right?
So lucky.
Yeah. No, sir.
What I'll Rabayam.
Wa'al Rabayam. Perfect. Right? Wa'al Rabayam. Okay. And Kayla, could you give me the next the last part? La Shana'aya. Right? Perfect. So La Shana'aya. Okay. And let's do the same exercise. So again, is there any words or phrases anybody recognizes? What I'll do, if there's any words we've already done or covered, I'm gonna add them in now, right? So we have Yahweh, we have the Lord. I'll put that in right here. We have Anakia. I'll combine these phrases as just I am the Lord.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Can I quickly have a drink, please?
Can't, go ahead.
The water.
And the bar. All right. We have, is there any other words we've done previously? We have Alahayaka, which would be your God. So let's copy that down here. Okay. Let's see. We have, I think that's mainly it. That's mainly it. Okay, cool. So let's go through it. All right. Also, hold on. Get the brother's question. I don't think the phrase like Salakia would mean forgive me, right? The phrase forgive me, I've had to look for it. I think I can find an instance where somebody says forgive me, not in the Old Testament. There's one in 2 Corinthians, right? But basically we have salak as a word which means to forgive, and then we have ya, like ya at the end of a word. You have different suffixes which can mean different things, right? So you have like wa at the end of a word can mean him, right? Like if you had salak wa, that would be forgive him, right? If you had what's the word? Salak ha, that would mean forgive her, right? Salak nawa, right? It could be forgive us, right? So on and so forth, right? So salakia would just mean forgive me, okay? Right? Or like someone put in the comments right here, hold on, salak, so on and so forth, right? They put like, I mean to me, okay, salak laya. Okay, that phrase would mean like forgive to me, right? Or forgive for me, right? But you could just say salakia, meaning to forgive me. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get where we at. So we in the fifth verse. All right, so we'll get to verse 6 and then we'll go through some vocabulary. So let's start right here at the top. So we have la'a, tha, thakwa, right? So let's get this this phrase right here. So thakwa. Let's get the thing here. So it comes from shaka, right? Shaka, which means to bow down, right? To bow down. So we have la'a, tha, shaka. It's like a shak. It's a little tricky to say. Tha shathakwa, right? This means thou shalt not bow down, right? So thou shalt not bow down, right? Then we have laham. Go ahead. Oh, I need to share the screen again. Okay, go ahead. Is that what you're gonna say? Thought. No sweat. All right, thou shalt not bow down. Then we have laham, right? Laham is a phrase which means to them, right? We have la as a preposition. Ham means them. Okay, so thou shalt not bow down to them. Combine those two. I shall not bow down to them. Okay, so of course we're talking about the graven images, so any false gods. You shall not make any graven image, so on and so forth, right? Thou shalt not bow down to them, which is what, you know what I'm saying, what you do with a fake god, right? What you do with a fake idol, right? Then we have wa la'a tha'ibadam. Okay, so we have this word again, ibad, which means what? Mm-hmm.
Salakia, so does it mean to serve?
To serve, right? It means both of those things. You're both correct, right? So as a verb, it means to serve. As a noun, it means servant, right? Right here, we're using it in the context as a verb, right? So an or it's like a continuation. So you could put thou shalt not bow down to them and thou shalt not serve them. Or you could put neither shalt thou serve them. Right? And then we have kaya, right? Kaya means what? You can tell me what that means.
Alive.
Not alive, so that would be kaya, right? Like your younger sister, right? But we have kaya, right? You can tell me what this word means. Go ahead. Because, exactly, right? For or because, right? So let me get this, right? So do this as in Old English, you'll put for, right? So I'm gonna put for, okay? So for I am the Lord your God, okay? So we've carried on that phrase, right? For I am the Lord your God, right? Then we have al quana pequad, right? So let's get back in the verse and get over here, right? So we have pequad means to visit something or to deliver, right? You have quana, right? Which means jealous, right? So hold on, right? So al quana, this al here, hold on. I think the al is like another word to say hold on. Okay, all right. So we would say this is like Allah, right? Not Allah as in the Muhammad Allah, but Allah is a word that means God, right? Allah. Okay, so let me do this here. I did this the wrong way, right? So Allah and then Quana, right? Which means, so Allah means a God. It's like a shortened way of what is it? Allahayim, right? So it means God, and then you have Quana, which means jealous, right? So it's a that phrase would be a jealous God. All right, so really I should have those next to each other. What should I do? I'll put it under Quana, right? A jealous God. Okay, so I am the Lord your God, a jealous God. We have pequad, which is a word. Am I sharing? Okay, so I should be sharing this again. All right, a jealous God is where I put it. Pequad means visiting, right? Visiting. Hold on. All right, so like to visit or to punish. Okay, or to appoint something to somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna put right here. Pequad means to visit or visiting. Then we have I1, right? Really, I want to share. Let me see if I can share my full screen. Hold on. Stop sharing. And then I'm going to share the full screen. Do it this way. Okay. All right, so visiting. Where are we up to? This the rest. All right, so visiting. We have I1, which means, go ahead.
It should be sharing, correct?
Oh, right. Hold on. I do this. Y'all can see it now. Okay, the water, right? Also, sluggy. I didn't actually see if there's any other words or phrases either of you know. Also, shalom to Tower Bath and the anybody else that joined the live. Mariah Allah, Yabashim Shabakata, Kwamaida, Yahshua Bashmi Yahushai. All right, Most High in Christ. For this RFDJR. No, I'm not making up words, right? You know the word salak means to forgive. And if you know biblical Hebrew, you know Yah at the end of a word would mean like me, right? You can have, there's instances where it says, Laya meaning to me, like Nathan Laya, or so on and so forth. But Salakia makes sense. So if you know biblical Hebrew. All right. So where is up to? Is there any other words anybody else recognizes? Okay. All right, no sweat. All right, so we in I1, which means iniquity, right? Could be perversity, depravity, or iniquity. Okay, so visiting, iniquity, or hold on. We have I1, abath, right? Abath. The root word here is abba, which means what? Go ahead. Father, right? Father. So visiting the iniquity of the father, right? The iniquity. Iniquity of the fathers. We have il banyam, right? So il banyam. You can tell me what that means. We have il, which means what? Go ahead. Over or like upon, right? Then we have banyam, which means what? Children, right? It could be sons or it could be children, right? In this context, we're going to do this the children, right? So upon the children. So visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. And then we have il shalashiam or il rabayim, right? So that would mean on the it says right here on the third and the fourth, right, generation, right? So upon the third and fourth generation, right? So upon the third and fourth generation. Okay, and then we have La Shana'aya, right? So Shana'a is a word which means, let's get into it. It means to hate or be hateful, right? So to those that hate, right? Shana'a, and then Ya, right? The Ya at the end meaning me, right? So into the third and fourth generation, and then it would be like to them that hate me, right? Or to those that hate me, right? But it's going to be, we'll do this, of them that hate me, right? Of them that hate the Lord. Okay, boom. And then let's get this last verse. Okay, we're on 8:45 for time's sake. We'll just go through it, right? So we have Wa Aisha, right? Let's get it here. All right, Kasad. Wa Aisha Kasad. Okay, Aisha means to do or to make. We have Kasad, which means mercy, right? So it would be like, and to do mercy. And how do you do mercy? You show somebody mercy, right? Or you give somebody mercy, right? So we put and showing mercy, right? Would be the translation. The transliteration would be to do mercy, right? Because Aisha means to do or to make, right? Then we have La Alapium, right? Alap means 1,000. Alapium would be thousands, right? So to thousands. And we have La Ahabia, right? La Ahabia. So to thousands. And then the word Ahab. Does anybody know what the word Ahab means? Go ahead.
No.
Love, right? So to thousands, let me combine these phrases, right? So we had, the third and fourth generation of those that hate me, but he give mercy to thousands of them that love him, right? Of them that love me. Okay? I need the M here. Of them that love me. Okay? And then you have Wa La Shamaria, right? So we have the root here is Shamar, which means to guard or to watch or to keep, right? In this context is keep, right? So and them, or I suppose them is implied, and keep, or and that keep. And then we have Matazawath, right? Matazawath, Matazawathia comes from Matazawah, which means to command. Then you have Matazawath, which is like the plural, and then Ya, the end, is my, right? And keep my commandments or my commands. All right, my commandments. Okay, so that's the last verse. All right, so we established you shall not make any graven image to bow down to, or any likeness of any, you should not have any other gods. So that's like the first commandment. You should have no other gods aside from the Most High, right? You should also not make any graven image or any likeness of anything that's in the heavens. You can't make an image of a bird. You can't make an image of the sun, the moon, the stars, like horoscopes and all that thing. They make gods or some mystical thing out of stars and star signs. Can't make any idol or god out of anything in the heavens, in the earth, or in the water. Right? You can't bow down to them, which is basically within the same law. You're not gonna make a graven image and not bow down to it, right? So you can't do either of those things. Okay. Because the Most High is the type of God who will visit the sin of the fathers. Like if you do that, I mean, to this day, we are suffering as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are suffering, or we are receiving the iniquity of our fathers, right? Of our forefathers that didn't serve the Most High. We in the ISUPK, we're returning back to the Most High, but our forefathers didn't, and that's why we as a nation are in the condition that we're in, right? That's why we are commanded to keep God's laws. Because if we don't, we end up in terrible conditions. Okay. All right. So, real quick, we got 10 minutes. Let me see. Do I have? Let me do it this way. Bible Hub. I'm gonna very quickly see if I can go through some vocab. Hold on. Let me just copy this over. And let's see where we at. This one. Where would we be reading from? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so we're going to be reading from, are we in Leviticus still? November 15th, Leviticus 26 and 5. Leviticus 26 and 5. I'll probably get through like one or two verses just to go through some vocabulary. Let's move this down. Clear the thing. All right, so Leviticus, what was it, 26, verse 5. Okay. Okay. Leviticus 26 and verse 5. Where's 5? There we go. All right. And change this here. 26, verse 5 onwards. Okay, so we have Wa Hashayag. All right, so let's get this here. Okay, comes from Nashag. So we have Wa and Ha as prepositions. Wa is a preposition. Means and. Hold on. Go this whole line. As a so preposition means the. Okay, then we have Nashag. Okay, Nashag. Let's get the root here. It means to reach, to attain, all right, to do, to overtook or to take something, to reach something. Okay, we'll put to reach or overtake. Okay. Let's go back. And shall last, and shall reach, and then lakam. All right, you have la as a preposition, meaning to or for. Okay. We have kam at the end of a word, right? It's like a suffix, right? It means you in the plural sense, right? So in the plural masculine. Okay, so it's like saying y'all. Okay, then you have the yash. Okay, the yash is a threshing or threshing floor. The yash. Okay. Threshing or let me leave this here, right? Threshing. Yeah, that's fine. What does threshing mean? I think that is that to do with like grain or something. Look this up real quick to double check. Right, threshing, the process of separating the edible grain from the inedible stalk. Right, so it's like to thresh corn or to thresh barley, right, or wheat. Okay, and you have ath. Okay, it says till the time. Hold on, till the time of vintage. Hold on, this one. Right, till the time of vintage, grape harvest. Okay. So you're threshing or you're harvesting your grapes. Okay. Hold on. Batazayar. Okay, so I'm gonna put vintage or grape gathering. Okay. So you're harvesting your grapes, right? So when you've harvested, hold on, until last you're threshing till the time of vintage, and the vintage shall last. Okay, so it's like whatever crops you've threshed, right? Whatever crops you've gathered in and harvested, and now you've used up. It will last until the time of vintage, until the time you gather grapes. Then you gather the grapes in, right? And then the grapes last until the time of sowing. So the time is to now sow the crops again, right? So let me get all these root words. Wabatazayar, right? And the vintage, the grape gathering, and then shall last or shall reach until, and then Zerai, right? Zerai, which means to sow. Okay, so the time of sowing. to sow or spread seed. Okay, to spread seed. Okay. Wa akalatham, right? And you shall eat. So the root here is a cow. Okay. Root here is a cow, which means to eat. And then we have hold on. Lakam kam, right? So this is your bread, right? Meaning again, this kam, the suffix is you in the plural sense, right? Or hold on. Yo, I should say, right? So yo, right? There's something that belongs to, well, it's both actually, depending on the circumstances, right? This, in this instance, it was like to you or for you in the plural sense, or it could be your, right? So I'm gonna put you / your. Okay, and then lakam is bread or generally food. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Lashabai. Let's see. Shabai means abundance or fullness. Okay, Shabai. Fullness, like something's complete, right? Which also became the number for like the number 7, right? And even like the 7 days in a week, right? So complete. Okay, abundance. That works for me. Oh, hold on. Fullness, or I'll put satisfied. Okay. To the fullness, and wa shabatham, right? So it comes from the word yeshab, which means to sit or to dwell. Okay. Then we have la batak. Okay. Batak means security or safety. So let's get this word, right? It's a noun, so it's a place of safety or security. You see how it's confidence, security, safety. Yeah, security or safety. That works. Okay. And then ba aratazakam, right? So ba is a preposition, which means in, on, or with. We have arataza, which of course we went throughout this class, means land or like earth, right? Land or earth. Let me go into it real quick. Land, earth, ground, country, right? Like the land of Egypt, the land of Moab, the land of Israel, so on and so forth, right? That's how it could mean, like generally country. This is their land, their territory, right? But you're going to find most definitions is like just land right here, earth. Those are the most common definitions. Okay, with that, it is 9 o'clock. Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out with the class. All right, the water for everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. All right, with that, I'm going to close out with the salute. Where's the... I'm tripping. Where's the different view? All right, don't matter. Okay, no, so I'll roll with this one. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and salute any brothers that might be watching. All right, so Yemena Israel Madiam. All right, Madiam Shabbath, Madiam, Iraq, Yahawba Shemi Hawashai Barakatham, Yad Yamata. Okay, Sister Stan. Go ahead and salute the sisters. Yemena Israel Madiam, Madiam Shabbath, Madiam, Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema Alafah Ba Hashem Yahushai.
Yad Yamata. And class dismissed. No sign Christ.
Yes,
all right. No sweat. See you soon. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please Go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.